Check, check, check. Check, check, check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I think I have a microphone that's hot somewhere in here, a bug or something. I'm going to be checking out. But we got some new information in on they are double checking, coming back around on the Weavers in the Delphi case. Now, these might be corrupt cops, uh, that were shaking people down and everything with the Delphi case or whatever. So there's new information coming out. I was watching a video last night and they're questioning some character, Weavers or something like that, in the Delphi case. So there might be new stuff coming out in that. And the corruption they're saying is pretty bad, uh, in Indiana and everything. And, well, I'm starting to believe it. So just hang in there. We're trying to get this information out. Now, this is why we want to start. Sophie, I already fed you. No, I fed you this morning. No, no. This might be why we need the citizens police, you know, not a police department that works for the mayor, the city, the town. We need USA citizens police. And what they will do is protect us from these corrupt police. I mean, if it has to be a shootout, there has to be a shootout, right? I mean, that's how bad it's getting, pretty much from what the intel that I'm getting is. It's gonna pop off this year, supposedly, from what all the predictions are and everything going on. So we're also looking at some cases in this small town of LaGrange, Indiana, double homicide murder we had here a couple days ago, that people are talking about. And I could tell you this much, boy. I'm telling you, I think some people are saying that it is organized crime, but within within police and everything. I don't know. And we had an escaped convict that possibly escaped from the uh, prison out here down the road, or street, or jail or whatever. It's like a prison jail or whatever, town prison or jail lockup or whatever. So I'm not sure, but we need teams. Congress, Senate, uh, Mother Green, the butt kicking machine. We need teams out here to protect the citizens against this corruption, against these corrupt judges, corrupt police, corrupt businesses. We're seeing a lot of these people that are involved in this pedo ring and trafficking of humans and everything, uh, are them themselves within the town and everything. So it's pretty crazy. It's From what I was told, it's pretty crazy, and it just might be, folks. So I would hunker down. Uh, are they scamming people out of money? I would imagine so. People's inheritance and stuff like that. It's a big racket and ring, from what the feds and other you know secret government things are, agencies are saying. So we might have ourselves a humdinger of a 2026, folks. Literally a war in the streets, against the corrupt government and police and all that. Now, Trump saying, well, we support our police. Well, we can't support our police no more, President Trump. We can't support our government, President Trump, if it's all corrupt. If it's all corrupt, as you said, you can't change your word now. You ran on the police department was corrupt, the government's corrupt, all these people are corrupt. And you got to stick by it now, sir. I'm tired of getting shook down. We're tired of our families being harassed. We're tired of sitting by as these people use their magic and witchery and sorcery, these cults and everything, and the churches and everything. If this ain't a message sent out to the government and the world that people are sick of the madness, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. We'll put it into God's hands, but uh, God's a very busy man, so shoot first, ask questions later. And that's pretty much what we're seeing is a state that is incompetent to handle stuff. And we're seeing that in Arizona right now with the Guthrie case too. Also, is well, we're killing the wrong people. Uh, you know, we I think we should listen more a little bit to what the press was saying and everything, and what it might well be exactly what they're saying is it's corrupt. Courts, churches, everything. We've been fighting the wrong people. We got double locked up right here in America. We don't need to go to another country to have a war. It don't need to happen no more. We want to go to war. We got plenty of bad guys in America to do it, and that's pretty much what's going on. Now, folks, we're going to be jamming the police departments, drones, and everything. These people are corrupt. I'm sorry, Trump. You pump this stuff into our brains for I don't know how long. Now we believe you. Now we're ready to attack, and everyone, oh no, no, it's false alarm. No, no, you're in too deep now, Trump. But we will keep reporting and bringing you folks the news as long as they quit harassing us, trespassing on us, and shaking us down or trying to pin. Now, I also want you folks to be safe out there in Arizona because they haven't had a man yet. They haven't got their guy. So, and there's a lot of pressure coming down on Arizona and Indiana. So they're looking to pin anything on anyone else but themselves. So be safe. Have the lawyers ready and the money ready. And I think this is going to be a new law passed amongst the lands. You can't arrest nobody unless you got 100% proof. Because most of these people being detained out there, the government is making arrests on hearsay and not proof. And we're changing the laws. And it's just as madness. Be safe. As far as we're concerned, witchery and sorcery is real. That's what they've been using, how they've been getting away with things. MK Ultra, all this, poisoning people, everything. It's all real. I need to have that guy come back and check for bugs in this apartment and everything. And, the government don't want to admit it, but America was biologically hit. You know, another thing is there's these labs that are being created as we speak right now in America by these people with biological chemicals, sicknesses, and all kinds of stuff. So we found the nest. The rooster came home to roost, and we found him. And what do you got? What are you going to do? Well, there's only one thing left to do, folks. I know it's sad, but you know what? Trump and the federal government is right. These people are hiding behind badges. And we are our American citizens. We are their boss. We don't need no stinking badges. Right? No, that's true. And that's the way it's going to be here pretty soon, from what they're saying. Now, am I going to go along with the program? I'm going to have to. You can't just arrest somebody on hearsay. You can't set people up in America. You can't do whatever you do to them and you get away with it, which we're going to show the proof that these people have been slaughtering people and they're getting away with it because their families, police, and they're rich from killing and stealing all of our money. So, war is back on in 2026. Folks, if you want to blame anybody, blame your authorities, blame your government, blame your churches, blame everybody. Don't blame God because He told us about this madness, right? They hated Him, and surely they will hate us. Uh, that's crazy. It's crazy. But we're going to keep bringing you the news. We got some new information on the Nancy Guthrie case. We are finding so many innocent people have been destroyed, their worlds destroyed, their lives taken from them, and they had nothing to do with nothing. And even if they were guilty, you had no proof on it, and they were innocently held in prison, and some were killed. So you got troubles coming, America. By the time you get your head out of people's asses, it'll be over with. So, yeah, what are you going to do uh, when the American citizens run wild on you? You ain't going to do shit. It's over with. They're literally telling people don't pay taxes at all. They can't even they can't even inspect the food we're eating. They're poisoning people. There are people in McDonald's, fast food, and hot food places literally poisoning people by the thousands. And the government can't figure out what's going on. Yeah, it's over with. All right, we will be back. We are going to end this. Like I said, they're hot on the Weavers again, and some other things stretching from Delphi all the way up north here. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get wild. He who holds the most deadliest biological weapons probably will win this war. And that's what it's turned into. These labs are everywhere in America. Everywhere. Everywhere. I'm not going to lie to the American citizens. I'm not going to lie to God. These biological labs are everywhere in the United States. Loaded with shit you ain't even heard of yet. So, get ready, folks. I wish we lived in a perfect world, but we will once we get to heaven. Till then, we're stuck on this hell. The devil is real, and the war has just begun. You folks have a great day. I'll be back with more on the Nancy Guthrie case. And remember, there's many players in Delphi. It was a pedo ring connected to many other gangs and stuff, right? And that's the way we're looking at it. Why? Because we don't give a shit no more what government, police, anyone says. We know the truth. It was right there in front of our faces. Let the body counts begin. Now, you folks have a great day. We'll be back with more information on the Guthrie case, which they found a Range Rover, right? They found a Range Rover. Interesting. Very expensive car. They're saying it was a lady and two guys that they picked up. This is very interesting, folks. Ransoms, all kinds of stuff, and they're still running around like a chicken with their heads cut off out there. Now, you ladies and gentlemen, I would appreciate it if you folks stopped using your magic, witchery, and sorcery on me and stop shaking me down and trying to get me in trouble for everything. I've done nothing but sit on this couch for 20 years. I've done my time. I paid my debts. Uh, Quit shaking innocent people down. Uh, and A lot of talk in the Delphi case about the Weavers again. We'll see. You folks have a great day. Like I said, we're under attack and held hostage ourselves here. Government sits by and watches nothing. The body count grows, and then the government tries to pin it on innocent people. Little too late, government. I think God is going to lay an ass whooping on your country. So prepare now for that ass whooping. You folks have a great day. Let's try and keep living as long as we can. Yes, it's true. They've been killing us, but we're going to keep pushing on until every single one of them are off of this planet and we can leave our children and our grandchildren on a safe planet. You folks have a great day. We'll be back shortly. And once again, it is our right to speak, our freedom, and we can say whatever we want. That's our right. Freedom of speech, whether if you are saying you want people gone, whatever, that's their freedom of speech. You can't lock them people up for their freedom of speech. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. You might as well start locking people up for religion then. That don't sound bad after the all the evidence that we've been seeing coming in of. Is that what's going on? We're being scammed out of our by little old ladies and everything. You see that one on that was unreal. Wow, who is putting these little old ladies up to scamming people out of their inheritance? I have no idea. This is unbelievable. We'll be back, folks. I gotta get some more coffee.